before we get into any detail, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I have a cat, and I enjoy shopping.
Okay.
I love caring for people, and I am currently in nursing school, and I'm a outgoing person and have good people skills.
Great. That's awesome. So you said that you love caring for people.
Yes.
Explain that a little bit.
I feel that it helps me better and more as a person and it makes me feel good when I help others in their time of need or in just such situations that were very unexpected.
Okay, so quick question. How did you why the medical field? Why did you choose to work in this field and
Right.
helping people? You did say you feel better helping people,
Right.
but why did you choose to get into the field?
Well, I feel that honestly, I don't feel that I chose it. I feel that it chose me. I feel as if it is a calling and something that I am destined to do. It's just something that's natural. I don't see myself doing anything else outside of healthcare. I don't see myself doing anything else other than this. It's a passion, something that I love, and it is a part of who I am, and it goes along with my sanity. So that is why I chose healthcare.
Sanity. I don't hear a lot of people use that word referring to taking care of people, help them with their sanity.
Right.
So that's different. So let's go a little bit over your resume and some of your experiences.
Okay.
It says here that you were at Mountain View. Excuse me, at a medical clinic at Woodruff. Woodruff, yes, medical care, and that was in 2017. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
I went to Woodruff Medical to get my PCT, and within that program of 8 months, I had a little mini clinical or internship, and that was at Mountain View. It was a non-profit, small personal care home where I did few hours of community service and internship.
Okay, so that wasn't a job. That was like you were doing interning
Right.
there.
Yes.
Okay, so you weren't getting paid for that. That was something
No.
that your school sent you to do.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So you do have some hands-on training then.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Good. And it says here that you took care of the bedding, the grooming,
Yes.
applying certain creams and things like that to patients.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
So we're going to skip down to the CAD Medical Safety Sitter. What
Yes.
was that about? What's that? Tell me a little bit about that. Because it says here you were only there for a month. So tell me a little bit about that. What did you do?
Yes. As a safety sitter, I did that right after my PCT program. It was a job. It was an actual job that I was getting paid for. It was a placement where my school placed me until they had found something that was suitable for me.
Okay.
It was more so like a on-call job, staffing, and I was a safety sitter at DeKalb Medical on their med surg floor, and I pretty much floated throughout their hospital facility where I would just observe and monitor patients for safety measures that may have been dementing or having dementia,
Okay.
maybe psychiatric patients or some that were just confused and were high fall risk. So that's what I did there.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds like you have a lot of experience. Now I want to go further into your resume here, where it talks about I see that you have two hospital jobs on your resume,
yes.
and let's talk about your first one because you were there for quite a bit of time.
Right.
Tell me about this WellStar of Atlanta Medical Center. What is that like, and how did you come to work there?
Well, it's actually kind of a funny story. I was born at that hospital back in '96 when it was called Georgia Baptist, and then I wound up working there, and I was like, wow. So I felt that was like home, and it was special to me. This is why I applied there, and okay. I worked on their med-surg unit for some time.
Med-surg, okay.
Yes, I was a med-surg tech, and I did vital measurements. I did do some wound care there, as such as dressing. It was on a certain level. I also said I was able to float throughout the hospital and not just on med-surg. Med-surg was my home floor, and it was really, really like home to me. And recently the hospital shut down, so I also felt that there was like closure. So the very last year that they were in service, I was able to work there before the actual hospital that I was born in shut down. So, yeah.
So, what was your job title there?
My job title there was a PCT, Patient Care Technician.
Okay. And how long were you there for?
I was there at Atlanta Medical for about a few amount of years. It's for some time.
Okay.
I would say since 2018.
2018?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. And then I have, it says you also worked at Emory University Hospital in Midtown.
Yes.
It says you were a full-time employee as a tech.
Yes.
Okay, so before we get into that, this job here is kind of what I'm interviewing you for right. My hospital, right. And here at my hospital, we are looking for several technicians who can come in who are enthusiastic, who right. Who love a challenge, who can take on responsibility, and who are right. Reliable. So we're just looking for someone who can actually just be there with love and take care of the patients as right. we need to, because that's what we're about here. We're here about the patients. It's not about the employees. It's not about, stuff here and stuff there, but it's about making right. sure that you have a passion for taking care of our clients, taking care of right. the patients, Yes. So with that said, tell me a little bit about this Emory University of Midtown job that you had.
So at Emory, it was a job that I kind of grew into before I even got a chance to even work there. I was able to utilize more of the skills that I was taught. And
excuse me, such as what?
Such as my EKG, my phlebotomy, my actual PCT descriptions. Like, for an example, versus WellStar at med-surg, there were certain things that tech wasn't required to do because it was a med-surg general medical floor versus okay. being an ER. Okay. It was more high skilled. So nice. I was nice. Able to okay. utilize my actual nice. Skills. Okay. And that was something that I felt that I had to grow into before I was even able to utilize them the way I had at Emory. So I am very confident that I can bring very detailed skills and more to your facility.
Okay. I have a few more questions and then we're going to wrap it up. So at this facility, Midtown, at Emory University Midtown, tell me give me a scenario of a group exercise that you guys had to do.
Okay. A group exercise, I would say a full code. That is something, because being in the ER, that is something that happens out of nowhere,
Okay.
but very regularly. So, full codes is such as, for an example, there are some days where I was asked to work as a unit clerk instead of a tech. So being able to multitask and having more under my belt and more training and knowledge, um, sitting at the desk, I would know if there's a code going on, I can just jump up and go hands in, or either just knowing what to do and how we all would come together, knowing when to call, knowing, if a patient is in distress, and that is a big group team activity, as in leadership.
Okay. So, would you say that you get along with others? Get along well with others?
Yes, I get a lot of compliments.
All right. And how would your employees, how would your coworkers, sorry, if you will, how would your coworkers describe you as a worker and as a person? As a worker first, how would they describe you?
Small but strong. And always happy, very enthusiastic, very encouraging, and keeps the shift going and gets the job done all at the same time.
Okay, and how would they say you are as a person?
As a person, lovable, always happy, and loving what I do. And caring for people, so caring.
All right, I just have one more question. How are you under pressure?
How am I under pressure?
Yes.
I manage. I maintain.
And what does that mean, you manage?
I manage and maintain. I would say that by, even though things are pressured and maybe fast paced, because that's healthcare in general. So it's gonna be that way. Not every day is gonna be a good day. It's just about how can I get things done, and how can I also keep my patients safe, happy, feeling loved and cared for.